All right, let's review real quick. We start the story with the premise, the conflict, which is someone wants something badly, but they have trouble getting it. And I made a story chart that you can fill out to design it. And once you have a conflict, then you can fill out the next story chart, which is for the storyline, the plot line, because you're starting with the conflict and then you're asking yourself, what happens? First, the exposition, what does the audience need to know in order to play along with the story? Then the culmination, what happens when the protagonist and antagonist collide? And then the resolution, when the audience finds out what happens. Does the protagonist achieve their objective or not? And what do they get out of that? Why is it satisfying? Now that why is it satisfying question is tricky to answer if you're just using those first two story charts. Because those first two story charts are the text of the story. This week, we start designing the subtext of the story. I believe that subtext comes in two layers, the arc and the theme. This week is arc, next week is theme. The arc is kind of like it's the psychological subtext. It's you, the storyteller, seeing the plot line that you've designed from the protagonist's perspective. You are the character in the story. You're pretending you're the character in the story, and you're asking yourself, how would this story, all the stuff that's happening, all of these challenges, this conflict that I'm facing, how would it change me? How would I be forced to change? So we started with the conflict story chart, and out of that grows the plotline story chart, and from out of that grows the arc story chart. So if you scroll to the next video, then I will tell you about how I think about arcs when I'm ready to start designing them.